Captain Beatty is a major character in Fahrenheit 451, the dystopian novel written by Ray Bradbury. The work explores a future society where books are outlawed and critical thinking is suppressed in favor of conformity and entertainment. Captain Beatty is the fire chief and Guy Montag's superior, characterized by his intelligence, eloquence, and deep knowledge of literature. Despite this, he firmly supports censorship and uses his understanding to justify and enforce the destruction of books. One character story. Captain Beatty is introduced as the authoritative leader of the firemen, a figure who appears confident, articulate, and fully aligned with the values of the society. Unlike many other characters, Beatty is highly educated and demonstrates an extensive knowledge of literature, frequently quoting from books even as he condemns them. This contradiction makes him one of the most complex figures in the novel. When Montag begins to show signs of doubt after his encounters with Clarice and his exposure to books, Beatty quickly senses the change. He visits Montag at home and delivers a long, persuasive explanation of how society came to ban books. According to Beatty, censorship arose not only from government control but also from the public's desire for comfort, simplicity, and the avoidance of controversy. He argues that books create conflict by presenting differing opinions, and that their removal ensures equality and happiness. Beatty's rhetoric is powerful because it blends truth with manipulation. He uses literary references to support his arguments, demonstrating that he understands the very material he seeks to destroy. This suggests that Beatty was not always a supporter of censorship. Rather, he may have once been intellectually curious but became disillusioned. As Montag's internal conflict grows, Beatty continues to pressure him, alternating between guidance and intimidation. He warns Montag of the consequences of rebellion while also tempting him with the intellectual richness of literature. This dual approach reflects Beatty's psychological complexity and his ability to control others. The tension reaches its peak when Montag's hidden collection of books is discovered. Beatty leads the firemen to Montag's own house and forces him to burn it down. During this confrontation, Beatty taunts Montag relentlessly, provoking him with insults and quoting literature in a mocking manner. His behavior suggests a desire to push Montag to a breaking point. Ultimately, Montag turns the flamethrower on Beatty and kills him. This act marks a decisive break from Montag's past and propels him into open rebellion. Beatty's death is both shocking and symbolic, representing the destruction of the oppressive authority he embodied. Beatty's story, while not as fully explored as Montag's, hints at a deeper personal history. His familiarity with books and his cynical attitude suggest that he may have once struggled with the same questions as Montag but ultimately chose to reject them. This makes his character not only an antagonist but also a cautionary figure. To role in the narrative. Captain Beatty serves as the primary antagonist in the narrative, representing the ideological force of the oppressive society. His role is not simply to oppose Montag physically but to challenge him intellectually and psychologically. As a character, Beatty embodies the system that Montag must confront. Through his speeches and actions, he articulates the rationale behind censorship, making the conflict more complex than a simple struggle between good and evil. He forces both Montag and the reader to consider the societal factors that contribute to the suppression of knowledge. Beatty also functions as a foil to Montag. While both characters possess an awareness of literature, they respond to it in opposite ways. Montag embraces knowledge and seeks change, whereas Beatty rejects it and enforces conformity. This contrast highlights the significance of individual choice. Additionally, Beatty drives the plot forward by escalating the conflict. His suspicion of Montag, his decision to confront him, and his role in exposing him all contribute to the story's climax. Without Beatty, the narrative would lack a central force of resistance against Montag's transformation. 3. Symbolic significance. Captain Beatty symbolizes the paradox of intellectual repression. He represents a person who is knowledgeable yet chooses to suppress knowledge, illustrating how intelligence can be used to justify and maintain oppressive systems. He also symbolizes authority and control. As the fire chief, Beatty is the enforcer of societal norms, ensuring that individuals do not deviate from accepted behavior. His command over language and ideas reflects the power of rhetoric in shaping beliefs and maintaining order. Furthermore, Beatty can be seen as a symbol of internal conflict and disillusionment. His familiarity with literature suggests that he once valued knowledge, but his rejection of it indicates a loss of faith in its benefits. This makes him a representation of the dangers of cynicism and the potential for individuals to turn against the very ideas they once embraced. Ray Bradbury likely created Beatty to explore the complexity of censorship and the role of intellectuals within oppressive systems. Rather than portraying authority figures as ignorant, Bradbury presents Beatty as highly informed, suggesting that the suppression of knowledge can be driven by those who understand it best. This portrayal reflects concerns about the misuse of knowledge and the ways in which individuals may rationalize harmful actions. Beatty's character serves as a warning that intelligence alone does not guarantee moral integrity. Readers often view Captain Beatty as one of the most intriguing and multifaceted characters in the novel. His intelligence and eloquence make him a compelling antagonist, while his contradictions invite deeper analysis. Some readers interpret Beatty as a tragic figure, suggesting that his hostility toward books stems from personal disappointment or inner conflict. Others see him as a manipulative and dangerous enforcer of an oppressive system. Overall, Beatty is widely regarded as a powerful representation of the complexities of authority and the ethical dilemmas associated with knowledge and control. His character adds depth to the novel's exploration of censorship and conformity. For conclusion, Captain Beatty is an intelligent and articulate fire chief who supports censorship despite his deep knowledge of literature. Beatty represents the paradox of intellectual repression, the power of authority, and the dangers of cynicism. His character illustrates how knowledge can be manipulated to maintain control rather than promote understanding. From a reader's perspective, Beatty is seen as a complex and compelling antagonist. Whether viewed as a tragic figure or a calculated enforcer, he plays a crucial role in shaping the novel's themes.